Right, we should be good now. We should be good for the E-Prix. Oh, it's all kicking off. It's all kicking off. 12 minutes to go. 12 minutes to go, everyone. It's all happening. On pole position today, it is Pascal Wehrlein. Come on, TNT. Where is Formula E? Here it is. Okay. Are we ready, everyone? Whoa, my goodness me, everything is loud. Is everything loud? Wow, my headphones are out of battery, so I can't even hear anything. 1 second. 1 second. Bear with me, everyone. Very exciting day today. Very exciting day. It's loud. Turn the fan on. Should we try it again and make it less loud? Hang on. Let's try it again and make it less loud. Are we ready? Ready? Is that better? So yeah, I think just 10 minutes to go. Oh, Anthony Joshua is here with Jermaine Genus on the grid at Monaco. He's invested in Alpine, isn't he? Welcome Kimmy23, Chaya, Crypto, Grazina, Christopher Rain, Seema Dragon, Figaro, Trish Nictro, Vlatka, Rude Van Loon, Phantom in the house as well. Yeah, oh, I need to just change the map a little bit. We've got the live standings. Taylor Barnard is in here, by the way. There's been some drama with Sam Bird, unfortunately. Let's move that up. Yeah. Now we're talking. Oh. I've delayed it. Oh, there's a little square here. You see this little square? That's going to annoy me. How have we ended up with a little square? Anyway, Funky Monkey in the house as well. Sounds better. Okay, so we're here for the Monaco E-Prix. I was in, last couple of weeks ago, I was in Misano. On the left-hand side, you can see there. That is what went down at Misano. As one of the Envision cars destructed. But today we're in Monaco. And if you've never seen Formula E in Monaco, it's kind of like what Formula 1 used to be in terms of actual overtaking. Very excited. So I have a video coming out later. I don't know whether to premiere it. Can either premiere it or we just put it live. But really interesting video I did with Nick Cassidy. Looks like Anthony Joshua's here courtesy of Nissan. Which is very cool to see AJ. I'm going to assume he's driven the car. I think Formula E are putting celebrities in the car every race. So, pretty cool moment for AJ if he's been able to do that, drive the Formula E car around Monaco. I mean, that's the big one. I think it was Usain Bolt did it in Mexico. Kimi23, well, I don't know if you can hear some of the sounds in the background. Alejandro Agag is on the grid as well. I had dinner with him, actually. He's a founder and chairman of Formula E. Very interesting character. But today, Pascal Wehrlein. Chat, what do we know? And is it Formula E experts today, or are we a new crowd? And am I too washed out? Why can I never... Oh, God. Oh, no. Whoa. Whoa! The nuclear explosion has just happened. Oh god, what's that? Why don't I do ISO auto? Why am I always trying to be so funky with the ISO? Can't believe it's just my voice. Damn. What about now? How about that? Is that better? Jaguar TCS Racing on the second row. So yeah, the story of this season a little bit has been, well, there have been many stories, but DS Penske sort of coming back in has been maybe a surprising one. Nissan as well. Although Nissan are well down here. Fenestraz and Roland 14th and 15th. But Stoffel Van Dorn, previous Formula E champion, is in P2. He lives here. John Eric Verne, two-time Formula E World champion, is in P5. Don't blind us, okay. And you can see it's a full Formula 1 circuit that Formula E do, for lack of a better phrasing. So this is the full circuit. It's not a abridged circuit where they used to sort of come off Saint Devote before. Now you can hear the sounds. Very nice. So yeah, the qualifying's happened. We're just 5 minutes away from the race. You can see there the clock at the top. That's local time in Monaco. And yeah, unfortunately, Sam Bird, where are you, Sam Bird? Had a crash in practice, and he has some sort of wrist issue, so he's had to step out of the Neon McLaren, and Taylor Barnard has come in. So very good Taylor Barnard was around. Very highly rated F2 driver, I believe. I can't remember if he's F3 or F2. But one of the most highly rated drivers in the UK is getting his chance here at Monaco. What a way to prove yourself. But chat, how are we doing? Yeah, lots of KCR members in the house. Are we just all chilling? We're here for the Monaco E-Prix. And I don't have any snacks. I've not done well on the snack front here. So Sam Bird, yeah, not in there. I don't have a Taylor Barnard picture. We'll have to substitute Taylor Barnard for Sam Bird. Jake Dennis and Norman Nato, not really where they want to be. I think that's fair to say. Sergio Sette Camera, though. Sergio Sette Camera all the way up in P11. Oh, there, look, there's Sam Bird. You know, he looks like he's been sparring with Anthony Joshua there. Shame, because I think his parents are around. Chilling and thriving, very nice. Antonio Felix da Costa. By the way, if anyone saw what happened in the previous round in Misano, I don't think there could have been any more drama. Antonio Afdak winning the first day and then getting disqualified. And then Oliver Rowland in the lead on the second day on the last lap runs out of energy for Nissan. And who wins on the second day? Well, it's this man, Pascal Wehrlein. My tips for this season, I think Wehrlein v Cassidy. That's kind of what I'm... Oh, God, goodness me. Wehrlein and Cassidy, that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, chat, it's interactive live stream if you want, or you can just chill. I think everyone's just chilling. But let us know how you're doing. There's an advert here for Aussie Gold Hunters. Okay, now I'm too cold. Now I'm too cold. But yeah, should be a very exciting race to follow. They've got to use their 8 minutes of attack modes, which will probably be... well, there's going to be negatives to taking attack mode here, because you have to take the wider line, basically. Although next year, that's all going to change with Gen 3.5, because they're going to get four-wheel drive when they take attack mode. From what they've released about the Gen 3.5 Evo car. Which looks very exciting. Bear with me. May as well do a little tweet. Who's that there? David Coulthard's interviewing someone, I don't know who it is. He's on the track this late in the day. Just doing a cheeky post there. Try, not sure if many Dutchies will be joining the stream considering it's King's Day. Oh, okay. I mean, the last Formula 1 stream, our contingent from the Netherlands were just... I mean, I've never seen so many people from the Netherlands, even when I've been to the Netherlands. Christopher Rains enjoying the rain here in Virginia on this fine Saturday morning, ready for the race. Saturday morning in the US. It's a classic start time, isn't it? It's a classic start time, dare I say. 3 p.m. in Europe. And it has been raining in Monaco this week. So who is he chatting to? I don't know who David Coulthard is having a chat with, unfortunately. But there are just 5 minutes to go till the start of the race. That's the main thing. Just 5 minutes. I can't really call who's going to win. I think it's going to be absolute carnage. Okay. But yeah, let us know if you're new here and not sure what to expect. I'm just hoping to enjoy a race. But yeah, it's an interesting one. You don't really see this normally. You've got David Coulthard is literally on the track. Sort of on the rise up after Saint-Devote as you head into Casino. So hopefully he's going to be off the track when the cars start. That would be optimal, I would say. But yeah, just I think 3 minutes to go now. It's going to be 29 laps at Monaco. And we should see some overtakes. You could see over 100 overtakes here at Monaco. Just in corners you wouldn't expect it, because the Formula E cars are just narrower. They're narrower than the Formula 1 cars, so they can go side by side. They can get their nose up the inside. Drone shot over the casino on the live broadcast. I have been lucky enough to go to Monaco, see the Formula 1 about, I think, 3 or 4 times. It is, I just think, such an iconic place for motorsport. Looks like the safety car's going round, maybe clearing the track, which is great. Should we get hyped up? Should we hype ourselves up? There's just a minute to go. Let's get hyped up. Let's do it. Oh, I pressed the wrong thing to hype us up. My bad. Are we ready? Been some very dramatic moments at Monaco over the years, and this, I feel like this could be a pivotal place for the championship, because if people are going to get crashed out here, you could get caught adrift. So at the top of the standings, you got people like Jake Dennis, Oliver Rowland, Cassidy, Verline. If any of those get a DNF here, that's a lot of points they're going to be leaving off the table. Blacker, it's been a hard week, so I'm looking forward to a relaxing weekend and a great race. Good to hear, Vlaka. Relaxing weekend. Hopefully some bank holidays in Europe as well coming up. So round 8, we are very close. We are just, I think we're a minute away. I think we're a minute away here from the start at Monaco. We've got all of the live timing. Goodness me, that play icon looks like it's trying to censor Antonio Felix da Costa there. I don't think that's what was going on. But yes, 1 minute to go at Monaco. Pascal Wehrlein is going to be starting, but I think you start on the outside here. I'll confirm for you. But I spent a lot of time with Pascal Wehrlein a couple of weeks ago in Misano. A lot of time. We chatted about Formula E, Tag Heuer Porsche, obviously. We talked a lot about DTM and sort of his journey, sim racing, his tips for driving fast, his mentality, his focus. He's not doing a WEC program this year with Porsche. Just spoke. I mean, I just spent a lot of time with Pascal Wehrlein, and I came away feeling very impressed and very inspired, actually. He's a very inspiring character, and, you know, someone who went into Formula 1 with Manor Racing, then with Sauber, got some very good results considering where those cars were placed, and then was part of the Mercedes program, didn't quite happen, was a Ferrari test driver. He's the youngest ever DTM champion, is Pascal Wehrlein. Right, here we go, the cars are on the grid then. The cars are on the grid. I'm going to play it one more time. I'm going to play it one more time. Are we ready then? We're literally about to go. They're doing the grid walk. So I'm going to guide you through it. You've got the live standings. Looks like they might be doing the burnout because my TNT feed is going to be a little bit delayed. Welcome, Ruud van Loon. Making some awesome videos from the KCR races. Pascal Verlaine is going to be on the inside then. So Pascal Verlaine is going to be on the inside for Saint Devote. I might be a little bit delayed behind the live timing, but I'm going to call the pictures as I see it. There's one red light at the moment. So green lights are going to do their burnouts. So they don't do a full formation lap in Formula E. They will burn out and move forward into their grid slot. Pascal Verlaine is predicted 40% or 39% to win on the predictor. Looks like they've gone in real life, but I'm going to call it for you here as I see it. They're all just finishing up the burnouts. Okay, so on the grid as I see it, and then I'll catch you up on the live standings. If you're new here, Roland in P15 goes into his slot. There's 2 green lights on the board. Taylor Barnard is the last driver to do his burnout. Interesting, there's a Constantino on the burnout. You'd expect them all to be able to do it really at the same time. But there we go. They're all in their grid slots. As I see, I'm probably going to be about 30 seconds delayed behind what you're seeing at the moment. Lights go out on the thing, but now red lights. 2 red lights, 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights. Red lights go out. Is it a good start from Pascal Verlaine? Yes, it is. Amazing start from Pascal Verlaine, and looks like Stoffel Van Dorn comes to the inside to try and defend against 2 of the Jaguar TCS racing cars. Oh my goodness me! I think Mitch Evans went round the outside, Nick Cassidy, and one of the McLarens has lost him front wing. I think it's Jake Hughes is going to have lost him front wing in the background there. So it could be pretty bad for Jake Hughes, but is Pascal Verlaine in the lead? And you can see on the live timings, yes, Pascal Verlaine has managed to keep that lead there. So good news for Pascal. Christopher Rains is going with Evans. Let us know in the chat who you're supporting, or if there's names you don't recognise who you're thinking about, but it's Pascal Verlaine. But remember, in Formula E, they need to take 8 minutes of attack mode during the course of the race. So you can't really just stay in the lead here. Where's Pascal Verlaine? Oh, there he is there. Just an issue with the live timings. I'd wondered if there's been an issue. Is there an issue there for one of the McLaren cars? Nope. I don't think so. Maybe just the live the GPS struggling there to distinguish where the cars are on the track. Jake Dennis has been going backwards pretty much, I think, or he's been battling. He's down in P17 as I see it. Now he's gone up to P16. Was he trying to do a move into the chicane after the hotel? Yes, he was. Oh my goodness me. He was side by side with Nick De Vries. There is going to be... not all drivers are going to finish this race, basically. Not all drivers are going to finish this race. So let us know. Let me know in the chat who you think is going to win. Who are you supporting right now? The race is underway. 29 laps. And remember, the drivers need to take 8 minutes of attack mode. They can either do that in 4 minutes first, and then another slot of 4 minutes, or they can do a 2 minute and a 6 minute, I believe. Or vice versa, a 6 and a 2. So we'll see how the drivers are going to take it. You'll see it flashing up when they take attack mode. Let me just move that there. So we've got that like that. Very nice. Green flag conditions right now. You've got the live blog as well. Hopefully you've got everything you need, everyone. And it's going to be a fun race at Monaco. But I think it was Jake Hughes who looked like he lost a little bit of front wing in Saint Devote in the melee. So no one taking attack mode yet. Too early. You probably wanted to string out a little bit perhaps before you take the wide line. So to take attack mode, you need to take a wider line around the corner, so you will lose positions, but then you get extra energy to deploy. Oh, I'm not sure who that front wing came off, actually. It was an end plate. Someone's lost an end plate. I'm not quite sure who it is in the background. Black is going Stoffel Van Dorn. Believe he has won here before, so potentially a good shot. Oh, was it a Nissan? Was it Fenestras? Or Roland? Was it Roland losing a bit of the end plate? I'll have to try and find out for you for sure. He's in P13 there. Still Pascal Verlaine in the lead, though. I think I just have a funny feeling it could be Pascal Verlaine's season. But will Nick Cassidy have something to say about that? Remember, today I am going to be releasing a really interesting video chatting with Nick Cassidy. So if you're vaguely interested in motorsport and sim racing, definitely recommend giving it a watch. Pascal with the fastest lap in the lead. Obviously, energy management is a big thing as well in Formula E. They don't start the race with enough energy to finish it. They need to regenerate it throughout the course of the race. Seema's saying send. Who do you want to send? Who do you want to send it? Maserati. Ah, there we go. Some drivers taking attack mode there. And you can see Pascal Wehrlein taking attack mode. Pascal Wehrlein's taking it on P2. On lap 2, sorry. And he's lost positions. He looks like he's lost another one to Jean-Eric Vergne. I'll have to have a look here. Yes, Pascal Wehrlein taking attack mode really, really, really early. Goodness me. Okay. Is that strategic then? Is that a good decision by Porsche? I hope you've seen my long discussion with the head of Porsche Motorsport where we talk about sort of the human side to Porsche. A little bit about Pascal Wehrlein as well. Seema wants Maserati. Is Maserati MSG's home race here? They are based in Monaco. Chai, how do they regenerate the energy? So what happens is when they brake, so on a Formula E car, they're not petrol cars, obviously, or maybe not obviously. So each wheel is basically a motor, and when they go forward, the battery deploys energy to the motors and it spins the wheels forward. By the way, it only spins the rear wheels forward at the moment, but all 4 wheels are on a motor. Now, when they brake, rather than using brake pads and basically using the friction of a brake pad to slow the wheels down, and you lose a lot of energy in heat and the friction and everything, they actually use the motor to slow the car down. And as the motor is getting that energy back in, it puts it back into the battery. So it's a bit like a Toyota Prius, for lack of a better explanation there, as it's still nose to tail. Who's that? Number 17. Norman Natto's has an issue here. Norman Natto's off the back. The Frenchman for Andretti looks like he might have come into contact with Sebastian Buemi, and I wonder if Da Costa was involved as well. Oh no, this could be terrible. Another terrible race here for Da Costa, who was disqualified in Misano. Oh yeah, Natto's lost the front wing. Something's happened there. Natto's lost his front wing. Tyre smoking. I think that's going to be the race pretty much for Natto. We'll try and get back to the pits and get out again on the lead lap. But I need to see what's happened here with Norman Natto. As Pascal... Oh, no! It was carnage! Oh, no! It was carnage at the Fairmont hairpin! It was carnage at the hairpin, and Sebastian Buemi going to have to reverse. It was just a pile-up at the hairpin, everyone. Oh, I think Natto went into the back of Buemi and pushed Buemi. If you've been to the Fairmont hairpin in real life, you see just how tight it is. The drivers are on, like, crazy amounts of lock. And Sebastian Buemi, just with that nudge. Oh, he's got bad-tempered here. There's one of the McLaren. I think Jake Hughes has just battered his way through 2 other cars there. So who's on the move here? Jake Hughes on the move. Jake Dennis has gone up to P11 as well. Pascal Wehrlein in P5, but presumably he'll get some back as other people take attack mode. Yes, he gets past Jean-Eric Vergne again. Stoffel Van Dorn somehow has taken attack mode and is still in the lead of the E-Prix. Yeah, Jake Hughes not making any friends there. He just sort of barges his way through. There are a lot of overtakes and drama already going on. Yellow flag, yes indeed. That was for Sebastian Buemi, who presumed... Oh, who's number 48? Oh, Mortara! What's happened to Mortara here? Something's happened to Mortara, everyone. So where is Mortara stopped? Because that is on the swimming pool chicane, basically. And I'm not sure. Safety car is out! Safety car is out. Yeah, Mortara's in the barrier. Oh, big crash. He's in the Tech Pro. Mortara is in the Tech Pro here. So we're going to have a safety car. And that is great news for Norman Natto and, I believe, Sebastian Buemi if he's out on the same lap. So safety car is out. The race has been neutralised. Something happened here with Mortara in the swimming pool chicane. I'm going to guess there was a bit of argy-bargy and he had nowhere else to go. And you can't really recover a car there. Oh, good. There's Tech Pro everywhere. They might have to replace a Tech Pro barrier here, which I've seen before at Monaco. It takes some time. So this could be a very interesting scenario now. I'll let you know why. So what happened with Mortara? Oh, there's a Mahindra locked up. I wonder if there's a Mahindra that locked up and went straight into Mortara. Oh no, sorry, Mortara is in the Mahindra, my bad. So we just locked up and went straight in on the entry to the swimming pool chicane. Quite a big impact into the Tech Pro. He bounced back onto the circuit. Did he take anyone else out? No. He actually didn't bounce back all the way in, so the Tech Pro doing its job there and absorbing the impact. But all of the foam has come out. All of the foam has come out of the barrier. Deary me. Yes, and Mortara in the wall. He's going to be out of the E-Prix. And I just wonder, has Taylor Barnard just taken attack mode under safety car? Because that ain't allowed, I think. So hopefully he hasn't done that. Welcome, John Williams. Great composer. Good to have you on board. Evad Aim. Christopher, already getting intense. Yes, it is already getting intense. So the reason why this is going to be very interesting is I think it's going to take quite a long time to fix that Tech Pro barrier. They will not be allowed to continue the race until that Tech Pro barrier is replaced. That link is replaced. So I wonder if they might red flag this, because otherwise the cars are going to be going around. Now, Formula E, they will add laps back at the end of the race. There's another safety car coming out here. Well, I think the safety car has only really just come out. They've been effectively under a VSC, maybe. Or Van Dorn has been leading the tempo there under safety car pace, but now they are behind the Porsche Taycan safety car, and the McLaren's in the pits with a front wing, so maybe... Oh, whoa, the whole front has gone off the McLaren of Jake Hughes, who had a great move coming out of the sort of hotel tunnel. Now he's had to change it, but he'll go to the back of the pack under safety car. So Sebastian Buemi and Norman Nato and Jake Hughes kind of all living to fight another day because of this safety car. Yes, welcome to everyone. Hope you're enjoying it. Please do feel free to hit that like button as well. Would be great to get 100 likes on the stream if it's possible. I'm not sure if it's possible. So under safety car, but I just wonder how long it's going to take. I was at Monaco when Daniel Ricciardo crashed at the swimming pool chicane. And I think Mortara might only just be getting out the car, actually, if this is live footage. So it's going to be quite a long time. So when Daniel Ricciardo crashed here, I was also at Monaco when Max Verstappen, I believe in a Toro Rosso, this is going back almost 10 years, crashed at Saint Devote into the Tech Pro, and it takes a long time to replace it. I'm on board here with Mortara now. Oh, I'm not sure he got a tap. I think he was just going side by side on the way in, and he just locked up because, you know, the Hankook tyres, they're not that forgiving, basically. So he was side by side with an ERT. Oh no, that just doesn't look great for Mortara, that. He's going to complain about the ERT being on his inside, but he probably should have backed out, and I think his immediate reaction looks one of like, oh, I can't believe I've just done that. He should have backed out, basically. Yeah, I'm not even sure there was contact. So a little bit of an unusual one. Unless there was some sort of failure, but it'd be an unusual place to have a failure. So we're still on the safety car. Oh, so I don't know what's going on with the live... Oh, I guess the GPS can't pick up the cars when they're in the tunnel. That's an interesting one. And Mortara is already back in the Mahindra garage. So it's such a compact thing at Monaco. He wants to, I think, tell the camera people not to follow him because they're in the sort of pit wall thing that they have upstairs. I think a little... I don't think Mortara... Oh, great shot they got on the footage here. I think Mortara's not going to be super happy about that one. I think it was a little bit of an unforced error. Or one perhaps where you need to concede to the ERT. Don't know if that was set to camera or Dan ticked him. But it is Stoffel Van Dorn in the lead. So let's get Van Dorn up there. The Stoff, the man in the thumbnail for this live stream. So I'm not saying I predicted it. I'm not saying I've got the script here. Let me just turn to the next page of the script. But yes, the Stoff is in the lead. Yeah, Mortara is absolutely fine, by the way. He's absolutely fine. He's walked back to the garage. There's a DS Penske car and a yacht. I was thinking, what on earth has happened here? How did a DS Penske car crash and ended up on a yacht? But they've just put another Formula E car on a yacht, DS Penske, I believe. So, fair play. So you can see there the thumbnail of where Mortara was. Sort of, an ERT basically got at the inside of him. So he's on a very compromised line going into the swim pool chicane and just basically straight lined it into the barrier. So we're still on the safety car. What happened here with Buemi? So this is Buemi, I think, getting nudged from behind by Normo Nato. He's already on ridiculous lock. Oh, Buemi is not going to be happy about that. He's just going around the hairpin on ridiculous lock, and the steering wheel's going like this as he's getting battered by all angles. But he will live to fight another day. Pascal Verlaine was having a look to get up the inside of that would have been John-Eric Verne. So it's a great move by Pascal Verlaine, but I think John-Eric Verne got him back. So, and I think actually it was Antonio Felix da Costa was really involved in that. So that's why da Costa ended up so far back. So there was a traffic jam at the hairpin, and that's because in Formula E, they like to go 2, 3, 4 wide. So we're still on a safety car. Norman Natto's been in the pits again, it seems. So I'm not sure why Natto's ended up in the pits again, because he already boxed to get his new wing. That seems like a little bit of a weird one. I can't explain that. But yeah, we're still on the safety car, but we should get these laps added back. Just to confirm, we should get the laps added back. It's not like in Formula 1 or other series where it's just eating into the actual racing. We should get laps back, but bear in mind, this is going to make it very difficult for the teams on an energy recovery basis. Because how do they work out? Oh, my stream's gone down. Oh, we're back again. Bear with me. Bear with me. There we go. I'm back up and running. Yeah, still on the safety car then. Norman Natto pits again, goes to the back of the field. So we've only lost Mortara so far. Everyone else lives to fight another day. And still a lot of people to take their energy attack mode. Let me know in the chat, by the way, any questions? Any questions so far? Oh, I've got an eyelash. I think I have an eyelash in my eye. Oh. Can I get it out? There's got to be a minor miracle to get this out. Okay. I think I'll just have to battle through it. It's tough out here, you know. So, who's looking good so far? Well, Van Dorn, Mitch Evans, Cassidy, Verne. Arguably, Pascal Verlaine has lost out a little bit there, the man who was on pole. Max Günther in P6 in the Maserati MSG. Robin Freins in P7 just lurking. Seto Cameron, what would be an incredible result here for ERT. Oliver Rowland has moved up so much into P9. How has Rowland got that far? See, I'm looking on board with Natto coming in without a front wing. I don't know why he boxed again. Did he lose his front wing again? I don't know. De Ruvela, the rookie for Maserati MSG, so the only rookie driver. Well, actually, no, because where is Taylor Barnard? Taylor Barnard is in P16. He's ahead of Da Costa, Muller, Buemi, Hughes, and Natto. He's ahead of some really experienced drivers there. So if you want to support a rookie, Taylor Barnard is about as rookie as you can get for Neil McLaren. Chai, I do wonder why they're not giving a full stop, have the drivers return to grid and restart into the vendor safety car. I don't know. I think there's always an optimism that they can fix the barriers quickly, but my experience, and I have a video I've been meaning to make for a year, because this time last year I was in Spa and there was a big crash at Eau Rouge. I was there and I recorded how they fix the barrier, and it's really interesting to see what they do that you don't see on TV. Yeah, there's a lot of stewards by that Tech Pro barrier now. It takes a lot of time. And I am surprised that they haven't neutralised the race and red flagged it. But it's going to make it interesting for the teams on an energy basis, because they won't know till near the end of the race how many laps are going to be added back. And so it's like it's a gamble. Like, do you think, okay, are they going to add 5 laps on? 4? They're going to add 7 laps on? How much energy should we use now? So it's going to be really interesting to see who goes on energy. Obviously, energy was a big story in the previous round at Misano, where Oliver Rowland thought he was doing a storming race, was leading the race going on to the last lap in the most energy intense race we've ever had in Formula E in history, and then he ran out on the last lap because Nissan had a glitch with the car or something. So, you know, if you're Nissan, what do you do now? You probably really don't want to run out of energy 2 races in a row. So we'll have to see what they do at Nissan. Yeah, the cars are going round still under safety car behind the Porsche Taycan. So if you can send about EV range, well, they're cruising around here. Looks like a lot of the grandstands are healthy as well. So Saying, I think already 5 laps need to be added. If you're watching this, how many laps would you want added? Green flag, by the way. We're back. Green flag. Safety car pulls in. So it is going to be Stoffel Van Dorn who's going to do the restart around Anthony Nogues. So they go through to back. Anthony Nogues anyway. So there we go into Sandevot now. First corner at Monaco. It is Van Dorn followed by Evans. You're going to be a little bit ahead of me, the standings, so I'm going to wait till the images catch up. But it looks like Van Dorn and Evans have gapped a little bit here. Keep an eye on any drama happening at the back of the pack as well. Welcome, Simsum Salabim. Tick Tick Talatum. Where is Daniel Ticktum? He's in P13 in the ERT. Glorious weather it looks like in Monte Carlo today. So they're showing a replay now, but I'm just going to have a look here. Someone takes attack mode. De Grassi takes attack mode, as does Muller and Buemi and Jake Dennis. JD on attack mode and Oliver Rowland as well. And a lot of drivers taking attack mode and seemingly not losing positions. So doing it very well. Let me just make sure I'm live. There we go. Now we're absolutely live here. Yeah, Mitch Evans and Van Dorn are actually streaking away, it seems, a little bit. I know that GPS is waiting to catch up there, but they are really going at it. So are we going to see a difference? Are we going to see teams split the strategy on the energy? For example, will we see Cassidy go a bit more energy conservative in case there's going to be a lot of laps added on and he wants to finish strong? And are we going to see Mitch Evans for Jaguar TCS just absolutely crack on so Jaguar can split their strategy? Christopher in the chat says, let's go Jaguar. The brand that is going all electric next year. They've committed to Formula E all the way to 2030, I think. So they're in Formula E for the long term. And like I said, my interview with Nick Cassidy, Jaguar TCS driver, is coming out today. It's coming out today, immediately after this stream, probably. So Van Dorn still, oh my goodness me, is that a gap there? Is that a big gap to Cassidy? What's going on? What's going on with Van Dorn? Has Van Dorn absolutely bolted? Need to have a look at the live pictures and see if the telemetry is telling the whole story there. And in fact, Van Dorn takes attack mode, and he's still, I think, going to be ahead of Mitch Evans. So he's managed to... Oh, no, he hasn't. Evans is going to be ahead. I'll have to see what that looks like on the live pictures. But Evans gets ahead as Van Dorn takes it. And look at Oliver Rowland, up to P6 now in the Nissan. That is absolutely insane. Let's keep an eye on Rowland here. Give Van Dorn a rest. Oliver Rowland, sort of the driver in the season with the most momentum, would be leading the championship if it hadn't run out of energy the last lap at Misano. So Rowland in P6, one to watch for, as I think it's going to be Norman Nato does the fastest lap in the Andretti lower down the grid. But yeah, Mitch Evans, Cassidy, Van Dorn. So both Jaguars got ahead of Stoffel Van Dorn there. And in fact, it's 2 Jaguars and then 2 DS Penske's we've got. So 2 different powertrains there in the top 4. And then it's Pascal Wehrlein just biding his time in P5 there. Welcome, Temis Ebrio. Vlatka said, I'll be pulling my hair out not knowing how many laps to be added. I mean, they'll have to be preparing for different contingencies. But yeah, that adds to the excitement here. I mean, at Monaco, they're going to go past the casino. Maybe they're literally going to roll the dice when they choose how many laps are going to be added. But yeah, Mitch Evans is streaking away here. Mitch Evans is really streaking away. Oh, no, is that Dennis? It might be Dennis has got big damage. One of the Andretti's. Oh no, it's Jake Dennis. No, the world champion has got big damage and the front left is chewed up. There's smoke everywhere. Dennis is going to need to come in. I said earlier at the beginning of the stream, I think it's a pivotal race here in the championship, because if you get a DNF here, you could be get caught adrift. And Jake Dennis has had a really quietly strong season. He's had a real quiet, strong season. Our standout performance in Diriyah won the race by 13 seconds, but Jake Dennis has been involved in some drama here, and he's needed to pit. And I wonder if he's come across Sergio Sette Camera. Let's get Jake Dennis up. It could have been contact with Sette Camera because they both ended up, I think, in the pits. But the world champion with the number 1 on his car has had some huge drama here, and I think the front wing was coming off the car rubbing on the front left tyre, so he's had to change that. He's come out. He'll be hoping for another safety car. Jake Dennis with another really strong start to this race. Arguably, I mean, if you had to choose one driver in Formula E, he's arguably the strongest driver, just in his performances in the races in particular. But he's all the way back, and that's disastrous for his championship chances. Really down-to-earth guy, Jake Dennis. So Mitch Evans in the lead of the race, followed by Nick Cassidy. It looks like Evans has bolted. I'm going to have a look here at the replay. What happened with Jake Dennis as they came out of the tunnel? Oh, it happened in the tunnel. It happened in the tunnel. Was he going side by side in the tunnel? And then he couldn't stop into the chicane, and he almost took out an ERT because he just blew across the chicane. So Jake Dennis is right now in the pit, shaking his head. It's a long front wing change. He sort of bows his head down in resignation. He has got out still on the lead lap, so he will need to pray and hope for another safety car. So both Andretti's have been into the pits here unscheduled. It's not what you want to see, but they're still alive. Unlike Mortara, they're still in this race technically. But yeah, Mitch Evans is absolutely cracking on. I really hope he knows what he's doing. He's 3 seconds ahead, which is almost unheard of in Formula E. So very different strategy. And I wonder, as you're going to see in my video today with Nick Cassidy, when I talked to Nick Cassidy about what happened last year in London, his team radio where he said, I'm a team player, I did everything for the team. And ultimately, it didn't work with him and Sebastian Buemi last year in the final round in London, when Nick Cassidy could have become world champion. So is Nick Cassidy actually playing some 5D chess here and sort of holding up the DS Penske's? Is Nick Cassidy being the ultimate teammate for his fellow Kiwi, Mitch Evans? It could be like that. What's going on here with the standings? Hope it's catching up. But not a good result there for Jake Dennis in terms of having to take that front wing change. So Pascal Wehrlein in P5. Let's get Mitch Evans up there because he's looking in a very strong position right now if he knows what he's doing. Sete Camera with a 5-second time penalty. So it must have been Sete Camera and Jake Dennis in the tunnel. Yeah, green flag. Not sure what that was for. So what the yellow flag was for. You can see on the timings. Looks like both McLarens are near the end of the pack now, so not sure what's going on there. As Mitch Evans takes attack mode, he's so far ahead, he can very easily take his final attack mode and not lose a position. So great stuff there from Mitch Evans. And maybe now he will try and get some more energy recovery. As soon as I see it was a 3-second gap between Evans and Cassidy at the front. But as soon as I get the power standings, the percentages, I will let you know. I will let you know what's going on. Stoffel Van Dorn taking it as well and staying ahead of Pascal Wehrlein. So drivers taking that attack mode and being able to maintain position here at Monaco. It's not the worst attack mode sort of configuration in the world. You can sort of keep quite a high speed going around the outside and then try and maintain your position before you dive in to the downhill run before the hairpin. Be interesting if the attack mode was on the outside of the Fairmont hairpin. Wouldn't that be interesting? And very dangerous. And lots of crashes. So, Stoffel Van Dorn is going to finish that attack mode. I can't remember if he has another one to go, but I think Mitch Evans is going to be all done on attack mode when he finishes this one. So different configurations you can do. I guess he's done a 3-minute and a 5-minute or a 6 and a 2. I can't remember which way. Chai says Evans doing a Verstappen. Very difficult to do a Verstappen in Formula E because of the energy recovery and the need to sort of manage the battery. Not just in terms of actually bringing energy back into the battery, as oh my goodness me, was that Max Günther were trying to do a big move on Pascal Wehrlein? Maybe it was. But also battery temperatures. So if you think about Sam Bird's iconic overtake to win the race in Sao Paulo on actually Mitch Evans, when I spoke to Sam Bird about that last week, and you'll see it in the video when that comes out on this channel on YouTube, he said he could sense that Mitch Evans was struggling with battery temperature. And obviously Sam Bird will know exactly how the Jaguar TCS racing car deals with battery temperature because he was driving it last year. So I did ask Sam Bird directly. I was like, when did you know you could do that overtake? How long was it premeditated? And the answer was pretty illuminating, actually. Well, for me anyway. So Cassidy is now ahead of Evans. How has Cassidy got ahead of Evans? Have Jaguar deliberately done a swap there? Are Jaguar playing the ultimate team race? I've never seen anything like this. Warren Entertainment says, I don't know. But look at this, Cassidy now in the lead. So I wonder if Cassidy is going to build up a little bit of a gap and take his final attack mode. And Jaguar TCS Racing are playing the ultimate team game. It is plausible, by the way. It is plausible. Christopher Rains, I believe, a Jaguar fan, so we'll be happy about this. Are we going to see... Are Jaguar going to become the Red Bull Racing of Formula E? Ironically, Red Bull Racing in Formula 1 is the old Jaguar team. Goodness me, it's absolute carnage right now. People are going side by side. People are not being very... Oh, one of the App Coopers has got the front wing end plate dragging on the floor. This is something that we see a lot with the Gen 3 cars in contact. I spoke to Nick Cassidy about it. He explained why. It's because they had to be so aggressive with regeneration. I don't know what the App Cooper was doing there. He was all on the pavement. He just went all on the pavement there and then ran into the back of someone, arguably. And then in the walls again, through the chicane. It was that Lucas Degrassi. I think that might have been our old friend Lucas there, not hanging around, looking to make the overtakes. But it is something that if you're in the midfield, you do have that danger of just being in the walls. There we go. Cassidy takes attack mode and stays out. I think it's 5D chess. I think they're playing 5D chess here. Jaguar TCS Racing. Yellow flag. Yellow flag is out. What's that for? Is that debris? Or is it debris? Who is it? What's the yellow flag out for? Can we see yellow flag somewhere? Maybe a front wing end plate. So what do the DS Penske's have? How well the DS Penske boys going to work together? They are teammates for Peugeot as well in WEC, all part of the Stellantis group, and teammates in Formula E for DS Penske. Can they work together? 3 world championships between them. John-Eric Verne and Stoffel Van Dorn. Still under yellow flag. And it looks like Jake Dennis can't make any progress here. I can't see what that yellow flag is for, I'm afraid. I can't see what it's for. Someone got strolled. I don't know. Still under yellow flag. I'm assuming it's debris. But I can't see it. And, you know, what do they think is going to happen? They'll need to put it under a safety car, really, if they need to recover something, I would imagine. As a Jaguar, Mitch Evans defending very heavily against John-Eric Verne. So Cassidy and Evans, I think this could be one of the best team race... Oh, Robin Friends' wing! Robin Friends' wing is hanging on by a thread! If you remember when you were a kid and your teeth started falling out, your milk teeth, just that last moment before they'd fall out and they're somehow just connected, that's exactly what's going with Robin Friends' car. I wonder if that's why there's a yellow flag. But the yellow flag's ended. Oh no, Robin Friends is running over his wing. Friends is running over his wing here. It's not looking good for Friends. He's going to need to come in there. Robin Friends is surely going to fall all the way back. Unless it's actually Buemi. I need to work out which one it was actually. Looks like the DS Penske boys are battling, by the way. Looks like Jean-Eric Verne and Stoffel Van Dorn are at each other's throats. And that has released the Jaguar TCS cars. Look at them. Cassidy and Evans have been released here because the DS Penske's are squabbling. It's not the ultimate team race from Jean-Eric Verne and Stoffel Van Dorn here. And Mitch Evans and Nick Cassidy, the Kiwis, are getting away in the lead here. Oh, okay. Well, it'd be great for Cassidy to win because my video is coming out today with Nick Cassidy, so that would be interesting. Change the title of that one. And I believe he won here last year as well, didn't he? So Nick Cassidy, is he trying to make it 2 out of 2? We will see. Jake Dennis all the way back here. What's his lap times looking like? Oh no, his lap times aren't great. He's 2 seconds a lap slower than the Jaguar TCS cars at the front. Cassidy takes a second attack mode there. So Cassidy is now all attack mode up, and that's going to let Mitch Evans past him. So again, the Jaguars playing this nice and smooth. The old 8D chas debris or debris at the moment, debris. So, it's a very exciting race, I have to say. We're probably not even halfway through because there will be some extra laps added, which we don't know what they're going to be. And we don't know how much the drivers have used. The drivers? We don't know how much the drivers have used. Oh, I think Cassidy gave the position back to Evans when he took attack mode. I think Cassidy, the plan was to give it back. There's very close. I'm really glad I talked to Cassidy about teamwork at Jaguar TCS Racing because, you know, it's very interesting what we're seeing here. I might make another video on this actually. I've never seen in racing a team playing a team game as well as this so far. If Jaguar TCS Racing get a 1-2 here, I think I will go out on a limb and say this is the best team performance I've ever seen in racing history. It's not like we see back in the day with Ferrari, where it's all a bit sort of just let Schumacher win. This is an actual team game where you're in sort of there's a lot of parity between the cars, and they're trying to get a competitive edge through teamwork. Christopher Rain says excellent teamwork of this plan. It definitely looked planned to me when Cassidy let. I think we need some hype, by the way. Let's do a hype run. Hit that like button. Also, if you're enjoying the stream, let us know where in the world you're watching from, as we pretty much hit the halfway mark of the race. And I think France is in the pits. Yeah, France in the pits here to replace his front wing that had fallen off. He's sort of run over it. So it is Evans and Cassidy in the Jaguar TCS Racing cars in the lead. They will have taken all their attack modes. Don't need to take any more. Keep an eye, though, on Pascal Wehrlein. Pascal Wehrlein, the man who started on pole, he is just an incredible racing driver. Do not write him off. Youngest ever DTM champion, Formula 1 driver, Formula E driver as well. Has won a lot of races for Tag Heuer Porsche. Jehan Deruvala hasn't taken any attack modes yet. What are you doing, Jehan? Take your attack modes, bro. So Mitch Evans and Cassidy, Jaguar TCS. It would be sweet for Cassidy to win 2 in a row. Is the teamwork going to last here, or is it all going to fall apart? Slap that like button. Yes, indeed. As I think Deruvala was going side by side into the chicane with Nick De Vries, if I was reading that correctly. So having some good times back there. And it's still Jaguars. Look at Oliver Rowland, by the way. Rowland up to P6. So Rowland has been on the move. Rowland 352 points in the championship. That can't be right, I don't think. Don't know what that stat was coming up there. But Rowland doing really well in the championship right now. He would be leading if he hadn't been running out of energy in last lap. And it's getting really intense in the midfield. Have a look how close it is, chat. I want to make this super clear. The gap between the cars to the leader is very close. There's nothing in it. It's nose to tail. Look at the radar here. I'm almost choked on my excitement. All of the cars very closely packed together. So clearly energy management is coming into play. Have a look at the gap. Why is Jake Hughes showing us out? I'm not sure why that is. But have a look at the gaps. The leader is 6 seconds between 1st and 17th. 6 seconds. That's not an exaggeration. That is actually what's going on. Insane stuff here. As a few more drivers are on their attack modes, as you can see. So in an interesting part of the race now, where there's going to be a lot of jockeying for position. Pascal Wehrlein on manoeuvres there. Wehrlein was having to defend from Günther, and he was also looking to get past Jean-Eric Vergne at the same time. So as the field bunches up, there's a lot of opportunity for people to make overtakes. And again, we might see front wings falling off. We might see safety cars. This is pure Formula E right now. This is it. It's close racing, wheel to wheel. Everyone looking to make overtakes. A lot of contact between the cars. A lot of bits falling off. And, you know, this is the part of the race where you want to position yourself. A little bit like the Tour de France, where you're sort of moving up through the pack as you get ready for the big sprint. Chris was saying they are packed tighter than sardines. Yes, they are. They are packed tighter than sardines. In the very narrow cars. I mean, there's a lot of overtakes going on. If you have a look and get the standings, you're probably seeing cars moving up or down all the time. So you can see why Jaguar are trying to get any edge they can by working together. Now, the big move for me would be if Pascal Wehrlein can get past Jean-Eric Vergne, then you know Pascal Wehrlein's putting the hammer down and he's looking to make his way all the way up to the front of the grid. So keep an eye on those movements. Oliver Rowland is battling there. Look at Da Costa! How on earth has Da Costa got to P7? How is that possible? How has Da Costa gone all that way up to P7? He was all the way in the back of the grid. Remember, he ran into the back of Buemi at the hairpin. He was virtually last. Da Costa somehow has almost caught up with Pascal Wehrlein. He is not messing around in the Tag Heuer Porsche. And Günther and Fenestraz going side by side. Oh, my goodness me. Antonio Felix da Costa is not taking any prisoners. Welcome, Emmy Oster. Great to have you on board here. for the Monaco E-Prix. Very exciting race so far, I have to say. With 9+ added laps to go. And someone just decides to make the chicane at the end of the tunnel optional there. I think it was Mats Günther taking his Joker lap. Lets a few drivers pass. We'll see what the stewards think about that. But yeah, no, it's still Mitch Evans, still Cassidy, Van Dorn, Verne, Verline, Roland, Da Costa, Fenestraz as well in the other Nissan. It would be a good result for Fenestraz there, who is in his second season of Formula E. Was there any contact between drivers here? I'm looking at a replay. I can't see. Oh yeah, a little bit of contact between Günther. Da Costa up to P6! Antonio Felix Da Costa is on manoeuvres here. He is in P6. Keep an eye out. I mean, this could be... He could still win this race. He's only 2.3 seconds off the lead. That would be one of the greatest sort of moves up I've ever seen in racing. That is no exaggeration if you kind of think where he's come from in this race and also the context of him. Basically, I think it was Günther who was given a test in the Jaguar Porsche mid-season. Very unusual. Antonio Felix Da Costa seat under scrutiny. Went and won the first race in Misano. Jumped in the swimming pool. And then was disqualified for a spec part. You couldn't make it up. The throttle spring was ruled to be uncompliant, and he was DQ'd of the whole thing. Oliver Rowling given the win instead. So there's a lot of context right now with Antonio Felix Da Costa. If you're interested in the storylines, let me know in chat what you think. Let me know if you know what's going on. If you don't know what's going on, this is not. I can see what you're saying in the chat. We can have a. That's why it's called the chat. For having a chat. So Mitch Evans still up there. Nick Cassidy, how they're staying there, I don't know. Then we've got 2 DS Penske's and then 2 Jaguar Porsches and then 2 Nissans. And then there's just 1 Maserati MSG. So Deruva needs to get up there so we can continue that symmetry going, please. Shai says, driver of the day is Da Costa. Changed my mind. Whoa. Early days. Someone Pascal Pascal takes attack mode. Does he stay ahead of Da Costa? I think he stays ahead of Da Costa there. So Pascal Verline with 6 minutes, that's his second attack mode because he took 2 minutes at the beginning of the race. So he's got attack mode. Is he going to be able to deploy it here and make some moves firstly on the DS Penske's? We will see. But 2 Jaguar TTS, 2 DS Penske's, 2 Jaguar Porsches, and then 2 Nissans. That's your top 8. And then Dan Ticktum's in P9. Chat, if you're a Dan Ticktum fan, your boy is in P9 right now. What a result would be. By the way, Dan Ticktum is a bit of a street circuit. When I say street circuit, I mean like he's a Macau champ twice over. He likes Monaco as well, so he is just made a bit like five-a-side football. This Dan Ticktum's there. Christopher Raisin chat. I think the Jaguar will let Cassidy pass if they sit in front for the sake of points. Oh, I don't know. A bit early for team orders like that, but we'll see. They seem to be playing a team game. Cassidy is doing a better job arguably, but Evans has been with Jaguar since they came into Formula E. Like Evans is their boy. So there's a lot of history there between Evans and Jaguar. So Pascal Verline P5 with that attack mode. Keep an eye as it does string out a little bit again. Remember, it was 6 seconds from 1st to 17. And now it's about 10 seconds, so it's strung out a little bit. The pace has increased. Looks like it might be Norman Nato. Oh my goodness me! Chat, are you seeing this? How is Norman Nato, who was pitted twice in this race, the yellow flag, up to P9? He's been in the pits twice in a race you're not meant to pit in. He's up to P9. So what's the yellow flag out for? Oliver Turvey there in the DS Penske garage. Well, I could just see him there on my screen. I spoke with him last year in Berlin as he moves into this sort of like driver performance part of his career. Obviously a very experienced Formula E driver as well in his own right. Why did we have a yellow flag? What's happened here? But chat, Norman Nato, well, is that driver so far? How has Norman Nato done that? I have no idea. And it just shows the timing can be fortunate and unfortunate because Jake Dennis in the other Andretti basically just at the wrong time. But how has Jake Dennis overtaken Sergio Sette Camara? And in fact, Jake Dennis, has he done the fastest lap of the race? So Jake Dennis is on, well, I can't say he's on the move, but, yeah, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff there. There is a yellow flag. I'm not sure why there's a yellow flag out. I'm not... I don't really know, I'm afraid. But if I find out, I will let you know. I'm on the hunt for the yellow flag. Where is it and why? But yeah, Norman Natot then to P9. Will he make some moves? Pascal... Oh, he takes attack mode. Will he lose positions? Looks like he hasn't really lost positions because actually it's Dan Ticktum behind him who's now holding up the pack a little bit. So I wonder if Dan Ticktum has a little bit of damage on the ERT. What was the last lap? Yeah, whoa, it was at 135. Ticktum was 3 seconds slower. It's green flag now, but I wonder if Ticktum has a bit of damage there. Dan Ticktum 3 seconds slower than Norman Nato on the last lap. I was just bigging him up. Where are you, Dan Ticktum? Where are you on my screen? Get on the screen. Where are you? There he is. There is Mr. Ticktum. Where's my picture? Where's my picture of Dan? I've lost my picture of Dan Ticktum telling me that I'm faster than game muscle. Anyway, I need to sort out my background, don't I? I don't even have lights on. So, Evans, Cassidy, Van Dorn, Verline, Da Costa, Roland, Fenestrad, and now it's Gunter in P9. Gunter in P9. Taylor Barnard, by the way, the rookie, like actual proper rookie, is in P15. He's ahead of the vastly experienced ex-Formula 1, current Formula E WEC driver Sebastian Buemi, and Robin Friends, and Jake Dennis. So Taylor Barnard doing a great job. Oh, there was a bit of contact between an ERT and an Envision racing car. I wonder if that was... Oh, I don't know which ERT would that have been? It must have been Ticktum and Buemi then. So I wonder if that's why we saw a yellow flag with some debris over the track. So chat, yellow flag again. 25 laps out of 29. And I think we need to bear in mind we are going to get information about the added laps. I haven't seen too much information about power come up on the broadcast. Oh no! There's an App Cooper in the wall! Could be a safety car! Could be a safety car. It's Muller! Where are you, Muller? Oh no, he's right at the end. He's Schumachered it. Right. Safety car! Oh, okay! Okay, great news if you're Jake Dennis. Great news if your name is Sergio Sette Camera. Is your name Sergio Sette Camera? Let me know in the chat. Safety car here. How are they going to do the power added on here? So I don't think they need to fix the barrier. Did he end up with some tech pros? Have a look. Oh, contact with the McLaren. I wonder if it was Jake Hughes. No, it's no tech pro. It's a metal barrier. So it'll be okay. It was either Jake Hughes or Taylor Barnard has just nudged Muller off a little bit there. It won't take that long to recover it. It's where the old Stars and Bars restaurant used to be. Rest in peace, because that was... Honestly, one of the best things about Monaco is you could just go there as a normal person, have a burger, and be in the paddock. One of the best kept secrets of watching motorsport and Formula E, and they unfortunately had to close it a couple of years ago. It's probably a lot of, I don't know. Anyway, that's where he is right now. They're going to pull him back there, so it won't be as long a safety car. But what does this mean for added laps? Is it only 2 added laps? Chat, is it only 2 added laps? Garav says, has Daruvla made a big mess of this? Has Daruvla still not taken any attack mode? Daruvla, press the button, yo. What are you doing, my friend? Daruvla saving 8 minutes attack mode on the cooldown lap. Yeah, safety car is out. Great news if you're Jake Dennis. Safety cars breed safety cars. If anyone watched the Indy 500 last year, I wonder if we're going to have an Indy 500-esque end to this race. By the way, Evans and Cassidy at the front. What do we think about that? Let's get Evans on the screen. Because Mitch Evans in the Jaguar TCS racing car is your leader right now. By the way, it's always such a lot of fun to hang out with you guys and watch the Formula E. Will be another race soon in the season. Doing more watch-alongs as well. Looks like Hector Bellerin is in the Jaguar TCS garage. So what they won't want, if you're Jaguar TCS Racing, you won't want your boys crashing into each other. That's a nuh-uh. Yeah, I'm surprised there's only 2 added laps. I'm surprised then. But, you know, Thomas Loudenbach of Porsche Motorsport is with Porsche here. He's plugged in. Do make sure you see my interview on my channel with Thomas Loudenbach where we talk about everything in Porsche Motorsport, Formula E, WEC, sim racing, everything. Wow, the Formula E blog there is pretty straightforward. Muller put into the wall at Raskas by Hughes. Garafi says, it looks like Deruval is having some issue when tries for attack mode not started. So to take attack mode in Formula E, it's not as simple as pressing a button. You need to arm it on your steering wheel before you go in. So you arm it. You need to go through 3 sort of gates, like GPS gates. 1, 2, 3. And then it will, and then activate it. So there's quite a lot to do. And as we saw with Jake Dennis in London last year, you can go through the gates, but not actually get the attack mode. So maybe Deruval is struggling here to actually activate it. And in which case he's going to get a big old pen. No doubt. Reigns, maybe let them race early in the season, but both Jaguar drivers are contending for title. Well, I think it's going to be a pretty exciting end to this race here. Hopefully they're green flag now already. Right, we're going to go underway. They're not hanging around, so it's going to be 31 laps. I make it, chat. Is that correct? 31 laps. So we're going to have about 5 more laps. Hold on to your hats, everyone. This is going to get pretty intense. This is going to get pretty damn intense. Look at that start, by the way. I know the Porsche, Taku Porsche are still there. Who wants to make their name in history? And who wants to crash into someone else? Let's see. There's going to be heroes and there's going to be zeros here. It's going to be a very exciting finish to the end of this race. I'm surprised that the whole field is spread. The field is spread out more than it was when they were racing. Isn't that weird? Like under Formula E is so close in the real world racing that you go under safety car and it actually stretches out more. Interesting one. So yeah, only 2 added laps, even though we've had 3 safety cars. We had 3 safety cars. So it's an average of 0.7 laps per safety car. That's what we're getting. Yeah, we go. 31 laps now is updated. So if you're just joining us, you're here for the climax of the Formula E. Should we amp it up again? Yes, we should. Who's going to make a move? Let's see. We love it. We're here for it. Norman Nato in P10. Roland in P7. Da Costa in P6. Pascal Wehrlein in P5. Remember, if you're in the lead, if you're in the hunt for the championship here, you do want to make sure you get big points. If you're Pascal Wehrlein, is a P5 still a decent result? Who knows? But if you're Jake Dennis, you've got nothing to lose. Jake Dennis is probably going to absolutely send this like you've never seen. So I'm anticipating seeing front wing everywhere. Christopher says, just need to hold off the DS Penske's. Yeah, 2 drivers who know how to win in Formula E and around Monaco. John-Eric Verne and Stoffel Van Dorn in the DS Penske. Let's see how they're going to do. But the Jaguar TCS cars are they're in the pound seats right now. They've got the good cards. Well, I'm seeing one of the Nissans go absolutely crazy. Oliver Rowland has gone mad. Oliver Rowland has overtaken Da Costa. So it's Rowland who shows his hand and makes a big move on Da Costa there. So Rowland's moving on up. I think that was around Raskas. Bold move, considering that's just where we saw Muller sort of get nudged off. But there we go, Rowland up to P6. So if you're Pascal Wehrlein, you've got a marauding Rowland behind you. Remember, Rowland probably needs a big result here because he's got the DNF. He got last round in Misano, he got 1 win and 1 DNF. So let's see what he's going to do. What are the DS Penske's just going to be happy to sit there though? Is this a great result for DS Penske in the context of where they were last season, where they're trying to get to? It's a very solid result for them to have a 3rd and a 4th. So maybe the way this is going to shake up is that they're going to defend heavily against Pascal Wehrlein and Oliver Rowland. And then it's for the Jaguar TCS racing cars to short themselves up. Well, I say that, but there we go. Jean-Eric Verne, we saw them squabbling earlier. He's just on the fast up the race at 131.912. And where is Jake Dennis? Oh, Jake Dennis is behind Deruval. No, I think Jake Dennis had a big issue. I think Jake Dennis had a big issue again. It's not good for Jake Dennis. He's at the back of the pack. I wonder if he's come together with Deruvula. He came together with Seto Camera in the tunnel. And now it looks like it's a really bad race this for Jake Dennis in the Andretti. Whereas his teammate Norman Nato is kind of showing what's possible here with the Porsche powertrain, even though he's been in the pits twice. So, you know, you've got to feel for JD. Tough moment here, but he had tough moments last year as well. Meanwhile, Nick Cassidy. What is this going to do for Nick Cassidy's championship chances? Is that Verline? No. Is that Verline? No. Whew. I thought Verline's overtaken one of the DS Penske's. I thought Verline might be ahead, but he wasn't. It's just the GPS catching up as we go through the tunnel. There are going to be only 2 laps to go, everyone. Just 2 laps to go. Look at the Envision Racing cars all the way at the back there. Taylor Barnard in P15. It is Mitch Evans right now who is leading. And Jaguar TCS, James Barkley, the team principal, and the head of Jaguar Motorsport, will be like this. He's going to be like this, thinking, I don't want anything bad to happen. I mean, look at them. They're 2 seconds ahead of the DS Penske of Stoffel Van Dorn. This could be absolute 8-dimensional chess here from Jaguar TCS Racing. You have to love it. You have to respect it. You have to say they're doing a great job as we're on the penultimate lap. Yellow flag somewhere. There's been a yellow flag. I think Tictum might have been in the wars. So there's a yellow flag. You can see Tictum's dropped off behind, and he's got both McLarens. But then you've got all the way up to Nick De Vries. It's 8 seconds from the leader, Mitch Evans, to Nick De Vries in P12. So, I don't know what the yellow flag is for, but you can see Jake Dennis has lost out. Deruvula, he's probably going to be trying to take his attack mode well into the week. He's going to be there when the traffic's on track. Still trying to take his attack mode in his Formula E Gen 3 car in the Maserati MSG. So, what are we going to have here? Are we going to see... This is the thing. Do you want to risk a do-or-die move? By the way, Formula E put a drone up. You can basically see the whole circuit. They put a drone up right in the sky. Very interesting camera angle there. I just wonder, if you're Pascal Wehrlein here, you've just done the fastest lap, but do you risk it? Do you risk a dangerous move? Or do you play it safe and try and keep your P5? So as the championship gets closer, Pascal Wehrlein, he's right up there, you know. And he had a terrible result in the first race in Misano, where he was taken out, lost his front wing. So we want to get some good solid points on the table. Last lap indeed, everyone. It's the last lap. I think we can time this. I think we can do it. Who is going to be... Well, look at this. Mitch Evans is 2 seconds ahead. I haven't seen any power rankings come through. So hopefully he's not going to be too marginal on power, because we've seen him burst on earlier in the race. So how the Jaguars managed to do that without losing all of that battery, I don't know. The Jaguar mechanics are already starting to quietly celebrate. Energy comes in. There's loads of energy. No one's marginal on energy. They've all got loads of energy. Evans has got 4%. Cassidy's got 6% of energy left. But Wamey's got 7%. No one's going to run out of energy here. It's a sprint to the end now. So I think it is going to be an incredible result for Jaguar TCS Racing, who have played some 50-dimension chess between their drivers. And Mitch Evans is going to take his first win of the season. I think that's going to make it 7 race winners in 8 rounds in Formula E, which is quite extraordinary. So it is going to be Evans, Cassidy, Van Dorn, Verne, Pascal Wehrlein, and Oliver Rowland with a great result in P6, and Antonio Felix Acosta with a great result in P7. Fenestraz P8, Gunter P9, Nato with a good recovery to P10, Degrassi P11, Nick De Vries P12, Jake Hughes P13, Dan Tickton was up there, drops down to P... Oh, last minute stuff between Tickton and Barnard there. Buemi P15, Jake Hughes P16, Robin Fry 17, Deruvla gets fast lap on the last lap 18, Sergio Setecamera P19, and Jake Dennis, oh goodness me, down in P20. Chat, by the way, there is a video coming. I'm going to release it imminently of Nick Cassidy, who's just come second in this race. I hung out with him and I really tried to get under the skin of what... I mean, the teamwork here is just absolutely incredible. Incredible teamwork between Jaguar, 2 New Zealand drivers. They're driving around now in formation. You love to see it. And to be fair, Mitch Evans, you know, they worked together. They both worked for each other. They both held up the DS Penske's. And I think Mitch Evans might be pointing in the halo. He's saying that man really helped me out, Nick Cassidy. So it's a great shot of the Jaguar TCS racing cars there. Who, you know, that is teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. It's like this channel. We've got the great mods you see in chat. I do a little bit. We've got the incredible chat. We've got people that help me with the short form and the thumbnails. We've got Formula E who very kindly let me do this stuff. It's all a team. It all comes together. And that's what we've seen here with Mitch Evans. You are a Monaco E-Prix winner in Season 10. And, with Jaguar TCS, finished the season so strong last year. The Jaguar powertrain seems to be very good. When it's not all about efficiency, where the Porsche powertrain is very good, it seems to be Jaguar is just so punchy in terms of the power delivery out of the corners. So great to see that celebration there from Jaguar TCS Racing. You love to see it. Will we see any penalties? I don't know. And it is Stoffel van Dorn, by the way, who takes P3. So a DS Penske in P3 is not something we've seen for quite a long time. Chai says, congratulations, chat. Let me know who is your driver of the day. Let me know your driver of the day in the chat. There we go. Hughes did get a 5-second penalty. Who's your driver of the day? Is it Evans? Is it actually Cassidy? What about Van Dorn? What about Roland? What do we think about Pascal? Will Pascal Wehrlein be quietly happy with a P5? Hopefully we're going to get some provisional standings in for the actual championship. Maybe I can try and get them up, actually. Bit risky. Let me just try and get standings up. Don't know if they update live, but I'm very interested to see. By the way, next round is going to be at Berlin. Maybe we'll be at Berlin, not sure. There'll be another rookies test. So it hasn't updated yet, but Pascal Wehrlein was neck on. Oh, you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this if you're kind of new to Formula E. Jake Dennis was in the joint lead of the championship, and he's just finished last here. This is the exact point I made, which is that you cannot afford to have these bad races. Basically, you can't afford at this stage of the season to not just keep the scoreboard ticking over. Because Jake Dennis is going to fall right down. I think Nick Cassidy... I think Pascal Wehrlein might still be in the lead championship. It's going to be between Pascal Wehrlein and Nick Cassidy. Also, Oliver Rowland getting some very healthy points, ticking over. Where did Gunter finish? Gunter get some points. Yeah, Mitch Evans is not going to be leading the championship here. Bad timing for Dennis. Yeah, exactly, Christopher Rains. But Evans was your pick for the win. I think you were picking Jaguar at the beginning. So Mitch Evans, they parked the cars on the home straight there, because that's where the podium is by Planet Sushi. If you've ever been to Monaco, you can just walk here and you can look at all this stuff. I really recommend it. Fly into Nice, take the train, and it doesn't cost you anything. There's a bit of a myth that Monaco is really expensive. Yes, it's expensive if you want to be a resident there, which no one watching this, including myself, we're ever going to be able to do, I guess. Can't speak for everyone, but you can definitely go and visit. They probably all live in Monaco, so you can have a good party here today. Mitch Evans quietly sort of starting his championship push. They put their helmets on the floor because I think the podiums are a little bit too small for the helmets. So maybe we need some bigger, slightly bigger podiums in Formula E. Christopher Rains, can you work out what's going on at the lead of the championship then? Is it still going to be Pascal in the lead? And Evans on 77 points. So Evans is going to be there or thereabouts. So he's not going to be top 1 or top 3. If Cassidy won, he would have been 1-1. So if Cassidy must be is Cassidy leading the championship? Goodness me! Imagine if Cassidy wins the championship this season. He's a Japanese Triple Crown champion. He won Japanese Formula 3, Japanese Super GT, and Japanese Super Formula. Think about all the hype right now about Liam Lawson. Liam Lawson hasn't achieved half of what Nick Cassidy is, and like, not throwing any shade. I'm just saying how strong a driver Nick Cassidy is. So, yeah, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Right, chat, here's what I'm going to do. Boom. I'm going to schedule my Nick Cassidy video. It's going to go live in like 5 minutes. So just keep an eye out for that. If you want to know more about the man who's finished P2 today, then please jump in there. Please drop it a like. Please drop a comment in there. I really want to make more of those videos. It'd be great to go to more races and get this insight for you. Verlon on 99. The Flake. You love to see it. Well, there we go, chat. We're going to play it one more time. We're going to play us out. It's been a lot of fun here. I will see you in Berlin for Formula E. Whether that's in person or here in the studio. You can call it the studio. And we'll be at Imola next week for Formula 1 watch-along as well. That's a regular round, so we'll be doing FP3 qualifying and the race that weekend. His first victory in Monaco for Mitch Evans. Could it be time for Mitch Evans to be the Formula E World Champion? Who knows? But there we go, everyone. Thanks so much for joining. Keep an eye out for that Nick Cassidy video. It's coming out soon. In literally 5 minutes. I'm going to be streaming later as well. But yeah, I'm going to sign out. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.